What's the time? 18 minutes. 18 minutes until the stream. Igen, tessék. Jó napot, mindjárt kiküldök valakit, elnézést, jó? Rendben, köszönöm, szia. Uci! Menj ki a GLS elé, létszik. Now there's a parcel coming, the postman is ringing, it's just not the day. No. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, YouTube is now. Hey, YouTube is working now. Now it's fine. Yay! We're back live on YouTube. Okay, let me just quickly send out these links. Yeah. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, probably because of the mailman. Okay, 72 people watching. We just need to bump up the number of likes and the number of people watching. We still have 15 minutes until the CPI. It's a lot of time, guys, so don't panic. Now, what did we discuss about CPI this morning? We know that today we had the CPI data prints, and the reason why the CPI is important because it will determine the next step or the next action of the Federal Reserve of the United States. The question is whether the Fed is we know they're going to raise interest rate. The question is it going to be another 50 basis point or another 75 basis point? And that is very important because yields are getting hammered. There is a debate whether the US is capable of going ahead with another interest rate hike with the same pace and same size. And also remember that last time when we had the FOMC meeting, Jay Powell actually said in an interview that there is a possibility that they will slow down. That was the answer that he gave. And markets immediately started to rally. Gold market, stock market, everything was going up because the market was a little bit premature to think that the Fed will stop rate hikes. And remember, like 1 or 2 months ago, I mentioned this, that there is a massive, not conspiracy, but argument that the Fed won't be able to go ahead with the rate hikes because recession is coming, and if recession is coming, then they're not going to raise interest rate. And you know, it came alive. But the problem is that the Fed doesn't care about recession. The Fed is gonna go ahead with a 50 base with the rate hike. The question is it going to be 50 or 75 basis point? And one of the indicators they look at is the PCE, which is another inflation indicator, such as the CPI. Now the CPI is more volatile, and the market tends to jump and hype on the CPI data print much stronger than on the PCE. So, how many of you have read the memo I posted in Telegram?
Telegram? I read it.
Discord, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I read it.
All right. What was the conclusion of that?
If CPI is higher, we should see gold go higher for the first 30 minutes.
Yes. It's very important that we think, but there is always a but. Now, what can tell? So if the CPI data is higher than expected, that gives the Fed a clear sign that they can go ahead with the rate hike, right?
Yes, because inflation is not going to be showing sign of weakness.
Exactly. So that's an immediate, like an invitation for the Fed to pump up the rates with 75 basis point. For this reason, I'm bearish on gold, and it's more likely that inflation is going to be higher than expected. You know, even if it's in line with expectation or lower than expected, I think, you know, another rate hike is definitely coming. So I'm just going to show you this. Now this is what I'm expecting, because the analysis I sent out this morning should have sent gold higher already, but it failed to go higher. And now the rate hike, the CPI data print is coming. And if you look at the calendar, what is the possible outcome? The economist forecast is it's going to decrease a little bit, so inflation has peaked, but even if it's coming down, it's still 4 times greater than the Fed target rate, which would be a clear invitation for Fed to raise interest rate. So that's a possible outcome. Another outcome is that if it's in line with expectation or higher than expected, then we're going to see a nice push to the upside. And then from that level, we can start selling. So there's a difference or importance to distinguish between short, medium, and long term. And now we're talking about, you know, minutes and hours, because we are day trading. We are not holding for long-term investment, or personally I'm not. So it's important that we're talking about short term. I'm talking about, you know, seconds and minutes scalping. And medium to long term is, you know, intraday or holding until next day. But right now, let me show you. So that's the 2 possible outcome. And if I show you what happened last time.
I'm out. You can still come back down.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. So that was the last CPI data print. The last time when the CPI was greater than expected, so it pushed the numbers into above 9%. That was a dirty move to the downside. And then immediately bounced back up, wiping out all the sellers. So, you know, CPI is tricky to trade, and it's tricky because the monetary policy and the Fed forward guidance is not clear. But if I had to bet now, right now, I would go for sell.
Hi, Thomas. I have a question with regards to, is there a scenario where the overall inflation number can be higher than what everyone is envisaging, and the core price number could actually be lower? So what happens in that scenario? Which one does the Fed actually focus on?
The Fed is focusing on the PC, not the CPI. The PC is exactly the same as CPI, just it smooths out the inflation data, so it's less volatile. But they're actually looking into, because it accounts for the substitution effect. So if a household shopped in Waitrose before, but now the prices are going up, the household or the family may switch to Poundland or Asda, which is much cheaper. That's a substitution effect. So translating the core PC, core CPI versus the CPI PC, exactly the same, just CPI is more volatile. But which one you have to focus on, you know, it's interesting question, because core CPI excludes the 2 most volatile assets in the basket of goods or items, which is fuel and food, so energy and food prices. And for this reason, the core CPI is always going to be more muted, much smoother than the CPI. Which one you should focus on, that depends on the components of the actual CPI. We don't have the basket of goods, but last time there was an inflation increase, which was, 2% increase, I think 4 months ago, which was pushed up by, because of the used cars. There was a chip shortage. No, actually, there was like 7 months now. There was a chip shortage which boosted inflation. Which one you should focus on? Good question. Both, to be honest, because one tells you that the real inflation, which includes food and energy, and the other one tells you without. So both of them are important, but it's up to individual preference which one people should focus on or want to focus on.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
You're welcome. Now, technically speaking, if you look at the chart, it's clear that we are in an upward ascending channel. But now the moves started to flatten out. So impulse move, pullback, impulse move, not pullback, just a retracement. Not even retracement, it's just flattening out. So before the CPI comes out, we discussed everything. How should the possible outcomes. I'm leaning towards the sell side because doesn't matter what the inflation is. If it's 8.7% versus 9.1, which is still 4 times above the Fed target rate, even if it's 6%, which is a significant drop to the current 9.1%, we're still way above the Fed target rate, which, you know, it would mean an immediate 75 basis point rate hike of the Fed. They won't slow down. The labor market doesn't show any signs of weakness, and the Fed wants to spook the markets. The only way to do it, if they unannounced drop another 75 or even 100 basis point rate hike. So for this reason, I would opt for a sell based on that we failed to go to the forecasted price level previously. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Are you already on a trade? Are you already on good sell?
Yeah. But again, you know, there is always a possibility that if we have a higher than expected rate hike, the market will decide about the direction. There is a possibility that it's going to jump up. Is someone pleasing himself on the stream?
Chair, I think.
Such weird noises.
Yeah.
Who is this noisy? We'll see. Anyway, we have 5 minutes until the CPI data release.
Any positions on US 30?
On US 30, now US 30 is even more difficult than gold. On US 30, you know, I'm still bearish on US 30. I closed it down, but you know, inflation and interest rate hike for US 30 is the enemy. What do you think about US 30?
To be honest with you, it looks bullish.
I can't hear you.
I said it looks bullish for me from a technical point of view, not from an not from a economical point of view.
Yeah, I mean it's keep edging higher and higher, which that looks bullish, yes. But if you think about the inflation and the interest rate hike, that would increase the borrowing cost of companies, which again would eat into the profitability. And
True, that's why I'm selling, but with a very tight stop loss, very tight stop loss. I don't want to miss the drop if it happens, but I'm not convinced. That's why I'm not going.
So you're selling or buying?
No, I'm selling, but I'm not going full lot size because I'm not confident about it.
Yeah, that's.
But
true.
I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss the drop if it happens. That's the point.
Oh, so you entered with a small lot size.
Exactly, smaller than usual lot size.
That's
Tight
good
stop
because it's good for your emotions and psychology. So many people on YouTube. Buy, sell, buy, sell.
Thomas, what about USD JPY?
USD GPY, and that's an interesting one as well. USD GPY, another rate hike should send, you know, USD higher, but recently USD started selling off because of the speculation that people and investors are not confident that the US is going to be able to carry on with the interest rate hikes. Therefore, it's eating into the yields.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Today, you know, I would be more confident watching the market and see how it's going to react. There's just so many, you know, we're shooting on a moving target. The Fed recently just announced that they're going to stop forward guidance, which, you know, the market is definitely going to react heavily on any quantitative data such as the CPI, but to which direction? There's always two sides. This is the first time that the Fed is, you know, the first month that the Fed stopped forward guidance. We have 2 minutes until CPI. So I know many people expecting nice juicy sniper entries, but today is not the day. I see comments on YouTube that laughing out loud. Mark my words, gold to 83.77 TP, super bullish. A 10,000% confident on strong sell on gold. Well, you don't even know what this data is, so it's a bit premature to say. If I wouldn't say exactly, you know. There are always two possible outcomes, and the data is out. Oh, what was the spike? No, 1 minute.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Peter Black asking, sell or buy? You know, just observe it, mate. It's not the time to think. Hey, is the data out?
No.
No, not yet.
3, 2, 1, 0.
What's the data? 8.5. Hey. Oh, and immediately spiked up.
Oh, that I missed.
Wow. Now the market reacted with a massive bullish candle. And my MetaTrader froze down. Wow. You know, this time it went exactly the opposite way. I still think. What was the number? CPI entry. I need to restart my MetaTrader.
Everything is wrecked.
Hang. MetaTrader can react.
It's crashed. My MetaTrader is completely crashed.
My indicator crashed too, and it's not showing neither the profit nor the loss.
Bye.
Hi, Thomas.
Hey, I should have held the buy from this morning.
Did you close the buy?
Yes, I did. I did close the buy, and I entered into small sell.
I did catch it.
You did catch it. Nice one.
Yeah. I had a buy this morning from 89, and my stop loss was just 87, only 20 pips.
Hold on. I need to, because my platform just completely crashed.
Yo, my MetaTrader is freezing.
My application as well. Fucking, I can't see the phone, the platform, completely. Now I hope you guys set some stop loss because that was just a big spike up.
Yes, I buy gold.
Nice
stop.
one. Nice.
USD, Euro USD buy stop all up, but the MT4 is crashed. I can't do it. Nothing.
Yeah, it's. I think everyone's MetaTrader is now crashed, but this never happened ever before, like this scale.
Yeah, wasn't that?
My MetaTrader only crashed twice in the past 7 years.
Finally, managed to close my trade.
Did you manage to log in?
Well, I closed my trade. Fortunately.
I still can't log in. It's frozen, man.
Yeah,
I hope my
it's-
stop loss.
Wow. You see, the whole market was waiting for this data, and now bloody MetaTrader crashes.
Yeah.
By the way, it didn't take my TP
On the buy.
on. I had a CAD JPY sell. I posted that on the group. It didn't take the TP. It hit the TP, but it didn't take it. So I'm gonna raise the ticket with my provider.
I took my profits, 180, I think.
I
That's a
couldn't
good
take-
profit.
I couldn't take any profit. Even now, if I'm logging into my phone, it doesn't show the proper balance.
1824, some people say.
Shit.
Nush just passed the challenge with one single trade on a 100,000k challenge. That sounds like over leveraging.
Yeah, it sounds like a piece of luck.
Yeah, it's very weak luck. But let's have a look
Hi,
what
Thomas.
happened. Hello, let's have a look what happened on the previous CPI. So the previous was high as well, and you can see that it went down. That was a dirty move, spiked back up, but then as soon peoples and traders started to realize that another rate hike is coming, it went lower and lower and lower. So word of caution, if you are holding to trades and if your MetaTrader is working, I would advise to lock in any profits, because this week price will definitely reverse and break out from this ascending channel.
Thomas,
Yep.
ICM is not crash, but Forex crash.
Yeah, it definitely crashed.
It
But-
crashed, bro.
No, IC crashed as well because I can't log into my other IC account.
My IC market is okay.
Actually, market is okay for me as well.
Yeah.
The Forex is crash.
Oh, Andre, I need to call him on a holiday. That's not good.
Pepperstone is working perfect.
Yeah, I'm glad that some people saying on Reddit that they passed challenges, made a ton of money, can able to buy a Lamborghini. It's good. But if you look at the previous CPIs, make sure that please lock in some profits, because you know the sooner or later market is going to reverse.
You can locking the profit, Thomas. Forex is crashed.
Yeah, mine crashed as well. It's the first time
I'm
ever
not
that
fan.
Forex crashes.
Thomas, just a thought from my side.
Hello.
Hi, Thomas. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Just to give a different perspective of what's happening. First of all, it's August. It's a quiet month of the year. Secondly, it is the second month of the quarterly. That's Q3. So what I see is a much deeper pullback on most of the assets, like US30 somewhere around 34,500. That it is most likely setting up for September FOMC meeting. So most likely this August, probably till the second week of September, most of the assets are going to pull back quite a bit, and after that it's going to dump quite hard.
Yeah, I agree with the second part that is going to dump hard. If you look back historically, in the normal and not normal market conditions, that usually September was quite bearish during recessions for the stock market. And when the rate hikes are coming, it's definitely going to be bearish. So now we just have to wait that. But what's going to happen for the remaining of September or before the rate hike? That's a question for the future to tell, to confirm.
Yeah. So I'm more bullish. So, well, I never got a pullback. I've got some short positions set quite up in the air. So I'm hoping that it gets somewhere there to trigger my sells. It's more like a monthly or a quarterly sell that I'm looking at.
On US 30?
Yeah, US 30. My order is sitting, just check it just now. It's 34,460 is my US 30 sell. Gold, just hold on, I'm just checking.
Hold on, let me zoom in.
Gold is
sorry to
18.
interrupt, sorry to interrupt, I see some people asking like, please sell. No, don't try to sell this, big freaking bullish candle just out of the blue. You have to have set levels where you think it's going to sell, but don't just try to sell. It's just way too bullish now. I mean, I never understood why people trying to sell when price is going up and buy when price going down.
Yeah, there's no sales at the moment.
Back to you, Nat.
Yeah, so what I was saying is there's no sales now, but much higher prices, there's sales coming, I think. Like for example, I'm looking at gold at 1816. But that one I don't have an order set. I need to get some more confirmation on that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I see many people says that their stop loss didn't work. Stat stop loss, but it's wiped the account. Yeah, when you have slippage and all kind of things, that depends on your broker as well. So many times the price just immediately jumps over your stop loss. It just doesn't work, and it's part of the game, unfortunately. It's really rare. It only happened with me once, or maybe twice. It depends a lot on the broker, but with this impulse move, it can easily happen. But I see that Dion Trechgiv said, I set stop loss, but it's wiped out my account. Well, I think you took way too much risk, because this 180 pip move should not wipe out your account if you're risking 1 or 2%. That you just over leveraged.
You're right, but if he's like working on, as we mentioned yesterday.
Continue, Ali.
Sorry, if he's working on smart money concept, okay, then usually you go for big lots, but very tiny pips, like 5 or 6 pips, mostly. So you can go like for 10 lots easily if you're losing like 5 pips or 6 pips. But what happened today? This is the first time I see it. It's not closing based on TP. It's not closing based on stop losses. Myself, my US 30 stop loss it was not hit properly, and it dragged like 100 pips up. But my lot size was small. That's why I was not affected. But if I had a bigger lot, then it would have been much more damage.
Yeah, high impact event, smaller lot size, wider stop loss, no problem.
Exactly. I'm 1% up today, which is beautiful actually.
You know, 1% any day of the year, 100%. GUs and steroids, my god. USD against UN.
Oh my god, look at G.
GU is just insane. That's like a morning erection. Fucking huge. USDG before dumping. Crazy markets today. Let's see if we can catch some entry opportunities. You know. God, I should have stayed in that buy. I'm so freaking... Now that's when I'm pissed off. When I had a beautiful buy set up this morning and I didn't stay. Did anyone have the buy since this morning?
I closed it.
I am.
No,
How
I
are you
froze
still
it.
holding?
I am buying.
Wow.
I saw the setup and I was very tempted to get it, but I said, no. There's this new high impact stuff, so I just keep myself out of it.
Yeah. Oh well, that's a move missed. We're going to have... Let's see what we have tomorrow in the calendar. Tomorrow is Thursday, isn't it? Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
We are going to have PPI and initial jobless claims. So it's not all lost. We're going to have another semi-prime day. If price comes back up to the channel, maybe we're going to see some nice selling opportunities all the way from here.
Yes.
Who said yes?
I am. Sorry.
Looks like you're having a good day, Harry.
Last 2 weeks, I learned how to manage my motion, Thomas. So, more profit than before.
Nice. Congratulations.
If gold respects the ascending channel where it is now, then this should go up to 1830.
Yeah, 1830. But remember that the 30s are always good numbers. 1730, 1830, 1830 before. That's when the drop started. So
Yeah,
30s and 80s, or 30s and 50s.
Good sell zone. Yeah, there is.
So, are you looking for a sell, Ali?
No, definitely not. Not now.
Yeah, it's interesting human behavior. And I see many traders are trying to sell when price is going up without any confirmation.
No, we are in the ascending channel and it's way far from the edge, so it doesn't make any sense to jump in now. Unless you have your own confirmation, maybe, which I don't have.
Exactly. So I'm just doing some administration.
Now, and the R1 of the weekly is respected. Or is it the monthly is respected? So nice.
The R1. The R2,
monthly.
Isn't it?
No, the R1, the monthly R1. I think on the cent.
It is indeed. Look at that.
On the cent.
Yeah. Right here. 1808. But, question, is it going to hold up?
No.
Hmm.
Took a
So,
very quick scalp stops. And
what's the next step going to be? Now we had an impulse move to the upside. And what do we know about impulse moves, ladies and gentlemen?
retracement.
Indeed, we're going to have
it's
retracement.
quite such a candle is quite of an imbalance.
Damn right. So
I see it going down.
instead of trying to look for, you buy high, exactly.
Sell low.
How many times it worked? 50-50. So now we have to find a sweet spot.
Last week.
I have bad memory with that word on the actually.
Right. Let's measure up the possibilities where to buy high. And we're talking about buy high as buying price high, not when you high. So
I still remember the euro rate decision when it was 107, and we tried to catch some pips, retracement pips, and that ended up as.
But that initially went to our direction, but there was a dirty fake out.
No, yeah, that part was totally right. Wrong. After the fall, we tried to catch some pips, expecting a retracement. It was a one-way trade.
Right. So what do we see on the chart? We can see that we penetrated through, literally raped through the previous daily high and every single resistance level on the gold market. So looking left on the chart, what are the potential support levels? It's quite simple that we have, back at obviously 1795, we have 1800, the previous daily high. So we immediately have two potential to catch. And delete this. So in my opinion, if it was to continue the bullish trend and purely looking at the impulse reaction of the market, it will continue higher for sure, because we have tomorrow other high impact events. So I would look for buy opportunities at these price levels, previous daily high and the previous support and resistance level, which lines up to the previous daily close or around that level. Let's put our favorite Fibonacci tool. Guess what? 38.2 at 1800 lines up with the 38.2 and the previous daily high and the R1. So technically speaking, I think the best opportunity to buy is going to be at this zone. What do you think?
This is also the weekly high, Thomas.
Yeah.
This week's high.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, 1795. So, do you agree with that?
1790. Can I get the number, please? 1797.
Yeah.
1795.
Yeah, it is a weekly high, and it's very hard to believe that this is just going to go straight up without a pullback.
Yeah, but usually the pullbacks during this impulse move, how deep it can go. How deep is going to be, in your opinion, Nat?
Okay, if I'm purely looking from weekly perspective, right? I'm probably looking at
I set a buy limit at 1801, just if anyone curious, which is about to get triggered. But there is a massive gap. Jesus, if you get onto lower time frames, there is a massive gap. On his GC, my IC markets. Fucking hell.
I would be more confident if it gave me a pullback to 1771.
1771.
Yeah.
That's way too below. Have you seen both 1771?
It is below.
You buy on 18
1771 is below the ascending channel. Are you short 1771?
I think 95 or 91 would be the maximum of the drop. I think.
Let's say if I sorry, just hold on. I'm looking at the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
17.
So let's say.
Anyone else? 95,
Thomas,
91.
buy limit on 1801.
Sorry?
Once,
You put buy
twice
limit
sold.
on 1801.
You put your...
Okay, Thomas, I give you a discount. 1780, otherwise I'm not touching
Hold on,
this.
Jiyun said something. Was it Jiyun? Who said something about 1801?
Me. I'm saying, do you put buy limit on 1801?
Yeah. It's been triggered.
Okay, Thomas, thank you.
But it's only a small lot.
50% of the impulse is around 1798.
Jesus, Ali, what microphone do you use?
Sorry about
No, it's okay. It just there's loads of noise coming out, like static noise.
Is it better now?
Much better.
As the charger.
It's gonna drop. I will wait 794.
Yeah, I was saying 1798 is the 50% of the impulse, so that could be a potential.
You know what? It's just way too many numbers have been said. I get dizzy like just listening to this. Like 1791, 1771.
Yeah, as our friend mentioned earlier, that could be an imbalance close, and then and then push back up again.
What friend?
I don't remember the name. Sorry.
No, it's good.
Is that Raul?
Yes, I just
Yeah, I think that's Raul who mentioned that. Yeah, sorry, I can tell by the voice, but the names are sometimes I just forget.
No, I just joke.
Just above 100 members, too hard to remember everyone.
Oh, we have more members, Thomas, right? Joining the Zoom maybe.
Yeah, now we are 121.
Wow. Hey, and what on YouTube? How much?
467.
And how much likes you have?
113. That's really disappointing. But I think even the CPI trading today was disappointing, to be honest. But we close profit in the morning, so no one can throw stones at me. But it didn't really go as planned, and maybe let the market calm
profit of CPI.
Did you buy?
Buy and sell. Not that much. Not big lot size. It's not.
I'm so freaking
scalped a little bit.
So freaking annoyed that morning buy was just so beautiful. It would have hit TP straight through, and I was hesitating because economics got into my way. Like, fuck me. Anyway, tomorrow is another day.
Yep.
You know what makes it hard? It's that it didn't make any dirty moves this time.
No.
What you're thinking about that bullish candle?
Hold on, it's not finished yet. If you look back, the last CPI data print started exactly. Well, it's the opposite. There was a nice bearish move to the downside. It was around the same 200, 250 pips. Then it touched 1707 and boom, went up within 2 candles, 2 hourly candles. So there is a possibility that we're going to see the same, just a flip side, because if you look at the data, what does it tell us? There's the PPI. I want the CPI
but
today.
I closed my buy expecting a wick, you know, taking out all buyers
Mm-hmm.
if it want to go up, and
Yeah.
that definitely will not happen.
If you look at the CPI numbers, I mean, CPI did decrease, so that's actually good because maybe inflation has peaked, but it's still 4 times above the Fed target rate. 4 times. It's huge. And that means it's an invitation to Fed. So either direction, doesn't matter whether the CPI is lower than expected or higher than expected, the Fed will raise interest rate and, you know, price will go down the sooner or later. Because of the rate hike. Question is when.
But the good thing is, if it stays above the 1800 range, tomorrow we will have a good setup for London.
For like the pullback?
Yeah,
and
for
the
the pull.
continuation high.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
possible, but you know, exactly because the reason that I said, when the market starts to realize that, hold on, okay, inflation is going down, but that doesn't mean the Fed is going to stop the interest rate hike. And if they raise interest rate, that's going to be super bearish for gold. So now it's in the market structure and you know, the market dynamics characterized by 2 clashing arguments, but the outcome is always going to be the same. The Fed raise interest rate, and how does it going to affect gold? It's going to send down, in my opinion.
For sure, somewhere around 1600s again, but I guess it needs a much longer time frame. One thing. Second thing, it needs to get enough people on the wrong side so that it can go down.
If you look at gold structure, it's really similar to when, not the last time, but the before, when it tapped into 1680. The only difference at this time is it was right in the middle of the pandemic and money was flowing into the economy, money was printing, interest rates were negative. This time the difference is that we have the money flow stops and the Fed is raising interest rate. And hold on, we just have a new hourly candle open. And we have a good chance it's going to fill up the wick. So let's see.
Yeah, 50% of it.
Yeah. Or it's going to just slam down. If it slams down, that means that the market is waking up to the reality that the Fed is going to raise interest rate. Do you think it's going to fill up that wick? Let's see.
Not sure anymore. I got stopped out. I jumped in a plane.
Hey, Tez.
As usual.
Just finished work. So took profit hit on the buys and just.
Damn it! You hold the buy. Did you hold the buy since morning?
Yeah.
God, good man. Lucky you.
set
I
my
closed it,
TV, went back to work.
and it was just hit, just like that.
Yeah, yeah. I just opened everything up now as I finished work, and I was like, well, hey.
Yeah. Sadly, I locked it.
You not closed it. Then. Did you close your buys? Yeah.
Yeah, I closed it and I reversed into a small sell, but you know, luckily the profit was better than that the tiny stop loss hit.
Yeah.
And we have the US
Yeah,
market open in
Sorry.
28 minutes. Sorry, we have the US market open in 28 minutes. Now price is moving down. So the question is it going to hold the bullish market structure? So maybe just a pullback and continue higher? Or is it going to completely melt because market participants realize that the Fed is going to raise interest rate? Now this is an interesting time to trade, 100%.
Okay, now we are retesting. Now we have retested the channel where gold was
And
in.
the previous daily high. Now I think if entering into a long, I think that's probably the area we talked about the best one. So I did enter into a small buy, but tight stop loss. Oops.
Thomas, I'm also in. Just need to set the orders. Just hold on.
It's going to be just a super quick scalp. I don't want to hold trades too long. It's way too dangerous now. I mean, come on, after this massive impulse move, fuck me. But wick fills are always good to trade. Question, is it going to fill up that wick or not?
Hey Thomas, this is Percy here. I'm following you on YouTube, but
Hello,
I just
Percy.
to the Zoom.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, good to hear y'all. I've been following sometimes and mostly via YouTube. I thought, yeah, let me join the party.
Nice, welcome.
Yeah. I just also went in because it touched the golden pocket.
What's the golden pocket?
Well, is this an exam question?
No, is it the golden zone on the Fibonacci?
Yes.
Yeah. The golden pocket.
Yes.
I never heard that expression.
Oh, yeah. So somebody mentioned it like golden pocket. That's why I used it like that. But it's indeed a 6180 to 65. Some people say 6180 and the 50%.
Yeah.
It's a golden zone. But the pocket I heard is 6180 and 6500. It like rejected that point. Yeah.
That sounds more likely a casino term.
Ah. Yeah. I thought it was a real term, so yeah, that's fine. Oh, okay. Yeah. And it's rejecting the weekly high, right?
Hold on, let me check on TradingView because I don't have drawing on MetaTrader. So previous weekly high. Yes, the previous weekly high.
Yeah, I learned that from you to draw the weekly high. So
it's important.
Yeah.
And do you know why? Because if you go to the market, what is the only thing that you can compare to is actually two is the price of the goods, price of the product, and the quality of the product. In this case, we cannot see the quality of the gold CFDs, but we can see the prices. Market participants are the same. If they were able to purchase at a lower price yesterday or last week, they're going to complain like, hey mate, I got this exact same product last week cheaper, can you give it to me? That's how negotiation works. But once it passes the previous weekly high, that means that there's definitely demand and people start rushing buying because, oh, now it's past the previous weekly high, so it could go higher.
Yeah. I also got in, but my stops are very, very far. 1783.
Wow.
That's a long stop, but I'm trying to get it to 1809. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
1809. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
Because I'm fed up of waiting.
What is happening on US 30? Let's see if we can get a nice entry in US 30. No, go back. I want you in gold.
was bullish as expected, of course.
And this on US30. Let's see. I think US30 is somewhat clearer in terms of where would be a pullback.
Are you trying to trade it today or
No,
for a setup for tomorrow?
No, tomorrow, but not today. It's, you know, this impulse move, it's messed up markets, let it digest. I'm not looking to trade anything. I entered into small buy on gold, but just only, you know, testing my theory, but it's not a good time to enter.
I think for tomorrow it should set up for a beautiful buy entry.
On US30 or gold?
Yeah, US30 as well. I mean gold. Well, it should technically for tomorrow as well, but US30 looks more promising than gold.
That wick is getting really rejected. And you know, there's another possible outcome is that this was just way too overhyped. The high inflation, and in reality, you know, rate hikes are coming. So question is the market going to price in the high inflation or priced in, or the coming rate hike, which will be 75 basis point definitely in September?
Well, you know what? Let's not break too much of our heads on whether it's going to take our stops or not. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Tomorrow is another day.
Definitely. I'm back in 1 second. Today we are going to do some unboxing because I have a ton of packages from the postman. Who wants to guess what's in the box?
Camera?
Most likely.
No, I have my camera. Diapers, yes.
A new mic?
No.
Raul, can I ask I don't know whether it's a personal question or a non-personal question?
He likes
you can
women.
Ask if you want an answer, that is the second.
No, it's your choice. You can answer or not. Are you from Sweden?
I live in Sweden. I'm Dutch.
Okay.
Why?
No, you have got a very Swedish flavor when you talk. I used to be in Stockholm before, so
yes.
I was just curious.
I always wondered what flavor does Raul have.
Gold is rejecting to the upside.
Very good
flavor.
Who, me? This is probably the dirtiest package I ever opened. It's just full of stuff. What is this? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. It's not what you think of. I know you dirty bastards. It's an unlight. Yeah. And you can attach it. It has a magnet in. And I have two now. Similar like this big one right here, but this is actually smaller, so I can have like more what? A kitchen repeller. No, it's an N-light. It's videographing, like photographers and videographers using. I'm gonna turn the hue down a little bit, or the dim. Excuse me. Ah, yeah, no. It's South Africa. They do, and some of our African friends have that issue. I live in Europe. I moved from the UK like a few years ago. We don't really have problems yet, but the energy and gas prices just gone up like 400%. Fuck me. Christmas is cancelled this year. Yeah. Oh shit, sorry. The wick fill. But it's going up for now. Damn it. Well, tight stop loss, so it's allowed. Sarah Kring says I ordered a vibrator. It has an effect. It does sound like table tennis. Are you really playing table tennis while you're listening into the stream or tuning in? Ah, okay. Is it family? Who's winning? Alright, gold is now, have paid for the stop loss hit earlier. Whoa! 46 pips in profit, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Who's in buy? Good. Make sure you lock in some profits. $12 until what's opening? Not the disco, the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, I noticed on my USD Japanese yen long. Damn it. Whoa, I have another one. God, when I have these packages coming, I feel like I'm a child and it's Christmas. Wow, look at this. Oh, it has a cable and a lanyard. Yes. And I feel like a kid when I have these tools and gears and everything. Yeah. Second childhood. Okay, switching. Yeah, but I already, you know, those Nerf guns. Yeah, I'm going to buy them. It's so freaking cool, and you know, I want to build a car to my son. I want to buy, you know, guns and, you know, big toys for him and for myself. Yeah. Yeah, first one. Shh, my wife is listening. Damn it, you fucking hell, you're getting me in trouble, guys. Nope, I'm not gonna change dirty nappies. That's one for the nanny, one for the mother-in-law, one for the wife. $44 pips in profit. Can we make it to 50 or 60? You know, I'm gonna look in. Oh shit, no one can hear my chat. It's fixed now. Word agriculture departments on YouTube asking how to set pivot. Well, maybe they're gonna jump into trading because agriculture doesn't pay as well. You see how awesome is that? Magnet. Boom. Freaking awesome.
Why my gold is playing 0 points? Second question. 0.30. That's spread, I guess.
Alright, I'm gonna close down my gold position. I closed down my gold position because we have 7 minutes until New York Open. I want to see how the big boys reacting to this CPI data. So freaking pissed I closed the gold this morning.
Even if you left it running, right, the chances of it triggering your take profit, I think, would have been limited, because the gap it left.
Slippage, yeah.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I made more pips than I would have if I enter now, so it's fine.
Why is this some, like, literally silence? Something went wrong.
Waiting for the US session commission.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I took partial and moved my stop loss below the last retest week. So
I closed down the whole position. It's too much excitement for a day.
yeah, I got it. All in all, I'll close at break even if my stop loss. That'll be okay.
That is a good. I think break even is reasonable. It's not good, not bad, but at least, you know, no loss is better than loss.
Yep. Honestly speaking, this is the first time since 5 years since I started trading, MetaTrader crashes this way on news.
Mine as well. I had twice in 7 years.
Well, it looks like it's not going to feel the wake. It's no,
Don
it's a
Corleone. How deep your voice is, like a real mafia. Who's
it's
that?
early in the morning in my country, you know.
Ah, Argelis. Where are you from?
Dominican Republic.
What language do you speak?
It's Spanish.
Spanish. ¿Cómo estás, señor?
Bien, bien.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
From the Caribbean.
Yeah. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Mutsia grandot.
Well,
Taptas.
at least you find the biblioteca if you are here.
La discoteca. Dos cervezas, por favor. Oh, discoteca. That's more exciting. But anyway, welcome to the team.
Sense. I was asking an excuse to you. I was writing you on Telegram, but I was a little confused with the site, but now I'm clear about where to find the recordings and everything.
Oh, I'll show you. It's when you have questions, it's better to ask on when we have morning briefing or live, because now I have time. But during the day, I have another 2 businesses I have to manage, family, etc. But if you go to the website, it's under weekly webinars, which we used to have weekly meetings, but now we have daily morning briefings, and it's under that. So you go to learning, and you go to weekly, and here I am.
That was that was a confusion with me, because as I see weekly, I think that just for weekly, not for daily. But now I'm clear that I can find it there.
Now it's cleared. That's why it's not turning off. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer. And we have 1 minute and 30 seconds until New York Open. So the question is price going to continue higher or dump immediately?
I'm still in the bullish. I'm still in the bullish camp.
Look at that bastard US30. It's not taking a breath even.
Yeah, it doesn't even drop the pip. I mean, not a pip. What is it? Tick.
We called it yesterday US30, and it is US30.
Okay, I had to restart my MetaTrader twice today, which is really, really unusual. So maybe, is it time to jump back?
It's even in the mobile phone MetaTrader is having some issues. I even restart my mobile phone, thinking that it was about the mobile phone, but in the laptop also, have some issue with the MetaTrader.
And we have 20 seconds to go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see. What do you think about this possibility of a nice weak fill? It's not the best risk-reward ratio, but at least we have a direction. We had a pullback.
Well, the stock market definitely is not blinking. They have no second thoughts, as it seems.
Yeah, it just carrying on up and up and up.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have the stock market open, so time to buy, time to sell.
Did you buy again?
Maybe. I'm playing with my lamps. I'm more excited about the lamps than the market right now. Hey! Wow. I love colors.
Keep dropping.
Yeah, we love colors. We prefer green candles rather than red one.
Why is it dropping? Come on. It's retesting the previous weekly high. Hold on, I can't see this shit. Now it's better. Okay, so this is the previous weekly high. This was the previous buy zone. We have the pivot underneath and the previous weekly close, previous daily close.
Straight down right now.
Oh, what is happening on the gold market, ladies and gentlemen? Let's have a quick look on US30 as well. US30 does not stop. Gold, it did stop.
It took the previous low. So
It's still valid for buys. if it were to fill up that gap, technically speaking. Impulse move fallback.
Yeah, this is time. This is the right time. If it's just clearing liquidity below the last trade.
Are you saying it's buy now?
You know,
It should be the case if we want to go up. That's it. I'm waiting. Either it hits my stop loss or I'm still in the buy. Ready.
Ali said it's buy.
Come on.
I'm going to buy. If Ali says buy, I'm all in.
Did Ali say that it's a buy?
Ali said it's a buy.
Okay, let's buy. Okay,
let's buy. Everyone,
buy.
let's buy. Let's buy.
Let's buy.
Not that I know, actually.
But on a serious note, I think it's still a buy. But anything above 89 is a buy.
Sorry, but it's recorded, Ali.
Oh yeah.
There's proof.
Today's position delivered to you by Ali. If you have any complaints, compliments, or questions, please email him at ali.gmail.com.
Yeah. Do you know Ali Carter? He's a snooker player.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just a question, Thomas. Don't you think that gold was trying to fill the imbalance with the last movement, this last red candle here? Because he go a little slower than before, and maybe the 80% of the imbalance was filled with that.
Yeah, that's is possible. I mean, look how nicely just kissed the pivot and started pulling up. It's beautiful. Whether it's going to fill the full imbalance or created that imbalance, maybe not. So I'm more interested in looking at on the upper side whether it's going to fill this wick. Chances are good that it will fill that wick, but that's something that gold market will confirm. So far the New York Open was really muted. Maybe traders are standing and scratching their heads like, what the fish are we going to do, buy or sell? And they come on the stream and see what we do.
I think, Thomas, between 70.90 and 70.92 is a good buy.
90 and 92?
Yeah, then you have complements with a trend line. You have complements with a FIP.
That's lower because I think the area you mentioned is down here between 90 and 92, but I think the buy is right here, a little bit higher than yours.
Okay. Yeah. We were on the same page just now, and I took 50 pips, so very happy.
Nice.
Oh, I can see that now on your screen. I see why you do that. Yeah, that's a good one. The pivot point. You use the monthly and you use the daily pivot points, right?
Usually the daily. Raul uses the weekly and the monthly as well. I do look at it sometimes, but the daily, you know what? The pivots are very good for when it breaks the pivot point, retraces and uses as a support level. That's the best trading strategy intraday.
Okay.
Someone is having a good time. How old is the little one?
Is that yours, Percy?
No.
No.
My kids are now at the zoo. No, literally with my wife to the zoo. They don't live there, but
okay.
They're at the zoo. And you know which zoo? In Rotterdam, it's Blijdorp. You know that, right?
Yeah. It's not the zoo, it's the zoo. Good. I quit it for today.
Yeah.
Atmos stops.
Shall we call it a day then?
Let's go so we count how much it is.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Raul said the final word. Word. So tomorrow we're going to have another day with initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims and PPI. So we're back tomorrow with some more trading. Cute one. So people in the Zoom, see you all tomorrow at the usual 8 a.m. UK time morning briefing. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you,
Have
Thomas.
a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
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 And ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, thank you so much. Today we had an exciting day because the US economy printed another, we still have inflation even though it dropped a little bit, but let's see how the market is going to continue to react for the remaining of the New York session. We will be back with some live trading tomorrow if we don't have any stream issues. We're going to do the analysis with the members in the morning. Let's see if we can make some pips tomorrow. This is the Alpha FX.
Trading is all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground. With a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.